Director and Chairperson of the OBIZ Committee. I'd like to welcome you to this month's BA5, which is kindly sponsored by Westpac. This BA5 is also the launch of this year's Westpac Otago Chamber of Commerce Business Excellence Awards 2012, or OBIZ 12. An event where we celebrate business excellence within Otago. The awards are held biennially and could not take place without the support of our sponsors. So my thanks go to Principal Sponsor Westpac, Category Sponsors ACC, Anderson Lloyd, Combined Rotary Clubs of Dunedin, Dunedin City Council, Otago Chamber of Commerce, Otago Daily Times, Otago Polytechnic, Port Otago, Tourism Dunedin, Upstart, University of Otago School of Business, WHK. The launch tonight is about encouraging you all to nominate yourself, your company and other companies or organisations who feel you have a story that needs to be heard. We are terrible at promoting ourselves in Otago, and I'm here tonight to encourage you to drop the usual Kiwi bashfulness and self-promote. I know that I live in the best part of New Zealand. I know we have successful businessmen, businesswomen and businesses here, and I've been proud that I've been in business for 13 years. Obviously, due to conflicts, I can't nominate my own company, but you can and you should nominate them today, tomorrow. So any Otago business can enter. You do not need to be a chamber member. There are chamber staff wandering around tonight with nomination forms, so please take one, nominate yourself and nominate at least 2-3 others. You're not committing yourself to anything, but you are nominating someone that you think has a story to tell. But more importantly, don't just nominate, enter. On the Chamber website tomorrow, otagochamber.co.nz, the nomination forms will be there, the entry forms will be there. And as I said to a group of women at Rise 2012 today, if you don't nominate yourself, if you don't promote yourself, if you don't share your successes, why should anyone else?
Westpac sponsored the Local Business Awards since 1998, and we're very proud of that, and we're looking forward to seeing more of the fantastic businesses in this region. At Westpac, we understand the need to back business, and that's why we support 18 other Business Excellence Awards throughout the country. Our partnerships with local chambers of commerce reflect our relationships with them and the impact that the region that they're in has on New Zealand business. Ali's already covered this off, but as well as Westpac, I just want to talk about the other sponsors involved, because without all the other sponsors, this thing would not go ahead. So I'd just like to acknowledge again Anderson Lloyd Lawyers, WHK, Otago Daily Times, Tourism Dunedin, University of Otago School of Business, Upstart, Combined Rotary Clubs of Dunedin, Otago Polytech, Port Otago, ACC and Dunedin City Council. Through the Business Excellence Awards, we recognise local companies, their people and their extraordinary achievements. The awards showcase success, put the spotlight on our deserved winners, help build networks and build profiles. All Otago businesses, big and small, have the same opportunity to gain valuable recognition in the various award categories. That's done. The Otago region has always embraced the true spirit of the Business Excellence Awards, exceeding expectations with an impressive number of entries. But there is always room for improvement. If you think you're doing a good job, enter. Actually saying I'm doing a good job is not a bad thing. I say it all the time. No one believes me, but I do say it. And what's more, there are real benefits to anyone that does enter. The awards give all organisations the opportunities to put the magnifying glass on their business, identifying the opportunities, strengths and challenges that exist and finding ways to build on them to keep a competitive edge. At Westpac, we're committed to doing the same in our own business so we can continue to help our people, customers and communities. We're also excited and determined to help the company grow the economy. A key aspect of this is working with local businesses throughout New Zealand. To do this, we combine our expertise, services and products with our biggest asset, our people. That's why we've put more business bankers near local communities so they can help identify growth opportunities in local economies. We are absolutely open for business at Westpac and are very much looking forward to celebrating excellence in business throughout these awards. We are also focused on doing all we can to help the economy as well as helping local businesses and communities, because help is what we do. Our Westpac Otago business team enjoys building relationships and doing business with local companies and local people like you all here gathered tonight. I know I know Otago has a great deal to offer, and Westpac obviously, and to everyone who is considering entering the awards, can I wish you the best of luck. Bob, how did your business benefit from entering the awards?
May appear strange, but we talk about that not promoting ourselves. Actually probably raised our profile locally. In 2009 we were the champion brewery of New Zealand. It's kind of like, it was hardly a whisper went through, but we won this, and all of a sudden it appeared to raise our profile a bit more.
Yep.
Locally. I suppose when we went through the exercise of entering, it actually gave us a chance to actually look at our business and made us identify some things that actually do make us different. And one of the stories which we relayed to the judges at the time, it was something that we didn't decide, and we just thought, well, that's part of our business. And they kind of like, well, that's a kind of well moment. And we made a beer as one of our brewers' reserves. And it was a well-made beer, there's nothing wrong with it, well-made technically. But we tasted at the brewery and said, that's not a beer we want to put out with Emerson's branding on it. And we dumped, about 3,000 litres of beer down the drain.
Brings a tear
which brought a tear to our eye, and we did it because we thought that was right for our business.
Yep.
But it's like a well moment that differentiates us from what others may have done.
Yep. With the entry process, did you do it yourself, or did you involve the wider staff, and was it difficult?
Well, it's completely arduous. There was months of work.
That's
Don't be put off by
really
that.
easy.
I was trying my luck at humour. It was relatively straightforward, and I suppose I did a lot of the base work, and a lot of that was just so there was consistency of writing in the application. So when someone's reading it, it doesn't look like it's been written by 20 different people. So I put it together, and then it went around the staff, and they added their bits, took bits out, added bits, so it made it a more consistent story for the business.
Excellent. Thank you, Bob.
No problem.
Next is Steve McNulty from the Classic Jams Limousines. How did your business benefit from entering the awards?
Well, I have to agree with the previous speaker. The profile was the big one. I started into the Business Excellence Awards when Westpac took it over, so that's going, well, my first one was 2000. I didn't have success then, but I did find it quite an interesting process, and it probably helped me start to think about planning, because a lot of small businesses, you're out there doing it, you don't always think about the planning side of it, and you don't always get the time. So in 2002 I was successful, in 2004 I was successful, and I had a bit of a gap and had another go, and in 2010 of course won the Service Award and was a finalist in sustainability. So I think the profile has been the big thing. Keeping an edge above your competitors, that's been pretty important to us. I think the feel-good factor with your regular clients, they like to know that you're really trying to achieve and not just driving a car and taking it to the airport or doing a tour. And also the feel-good factor amongst your staff. It really does improve the whole staff environment. They're proud of your success. People ask them about it. They're always very proud to tell them, oh yes, we've done this or we've done that. The process of entering the awards, I didn't find it too arduous, but it was pretty much all my own work with a bit of involvement from staff. And I think that consistency of writing something, you can't have everybody putting in a paragraph because it just wouldn't flow. So I found it, pretty worthwhile. And of course the other thing is that it lets a small business, and I was pretty small when I started doing these awards, it allows you to know that you're being judged by people in the industry and in the business world that know what they're talking about, and it also knows you're being compared against other businesses. And I think that's quite important, because as a small business you just don't normally do that. So
there's a high calibre of judges involved.
Absolutely.
Daniel, if you hadn't known the questions, you'll know them now. How did your organisation benefit from entering?
I guess there were two elements really to the benefit for us, and one was around the internal benefits, really in terms of the motivation for our staff and the people being oriented towards making the operation work really, really well. And the other obviously was external, in that we are really, really publicly accountable for the work that we do. Every dollar or every cent really that people send our way, they need to know that it's going into actually providing high quality, good quality clinical services for the young people and families of Otago region. So for us, we're not about making profit, we are actually about making sure that actually in our operation, as much as in our clinical services, we aim for excellence really. We can't afford to waste the pennies.
Excellent. And with the entry process, did you predominantly do it yourself, or did you involve your staff slash volunteers, and was it difficult?
Yeah, it was a collaborative process, particularly between 3 of us. So I'd like to say a particular thanks to Stuart Morgan and also to Brian Moe for their support in preparing that. So the 3 of us put that together. Yeah, we're a volunteer-led service, so our volunteers are part of that all of the way. So they were contributing to also the discussion about what was important and what actually we were proud of, and that we wanted to let people know about in terms of the operation of our business, of our organisation.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you
Daniel.
very much.
You're coming back over.
Oh, duo. I think Daniel hit it on the head there. It isn't an arduous process, and we don't ask you to show us your financials. So we're not looking at your...
If you want to, you can.
But we don't want to see where you are financially. It's not an intrusive process. It is quite a late... It's not a dragon's den. Phil is one of the judges. There is a downside to most things. But Phil is one of the judges. Our chief judge is actually Bevan Rickaby, who's actually couldn't be here tonight because he's still away. But I can't say that often enough. It's not arduous, and it really is a process where you can have a look at your own business and go, look, we are doing something right. Let's tell Dunedin, and then from there we take over and we tell the rest of the country.